Well, it sure does feel good to be back in the Canadian bush after 3 years of not being up in this area. I am in northwest Ontario, and what you're looking at behind me there is the absolute best musky fishing lake in the world. But we'll get to that here in a minute. 2019 was the last time I was up in this area, and haven't been able to go to Canada, but we did the things necessary now to be able to get back into Canada. And the next 3-4 days are going to be all kinds of fun. I'm going to shoot at least a couple of videos. I'm going to be fishing this lake right here. And I normally don't tell you the name of the lake that I'm fishing up in here, just for obvious reasons, since these are wilderness lakes that don't get any significant fishing pressure to speak of. But I'm going to tell you the name of this lake. It is that's the name of it, and it is the absolute best musky fishing lake in the world, and I'm about to prove that to you. A couple other things that we got going on here over the next 2-3 days. I'm going to be trying to get back to the gorge, which is an area, if you've watched the other videos on this channel, you've seen we catch a lot of walleyes from shore at this place, and it's a beautiful spot. And unfortunately this year they have had huge rains and lots of snow melt, and the whole gorge area just got completely washed out. Here's a short video clip of what it looked like before. Some of the fishing that we've done there before. My grandsons, my wife, family members have all fished there and really enjoyed fishing there, and it's just a beautiful spot. As you can see, we've filmed there before on this channel, but right now it is completely different. And here is some video from 2 months ago, about the first part of May, where it just everything just completely washed out. Now eventually they're going to have to get back in there and fix that bridge, because this road that goes across here is over 40 miles long, and it's the only way to get from this section of this part of northwest Ontario back to the other section without going all the way down to Highway 17 and going all the way across. So, you know, it's an hour and a half across here on forest roads, or you got to go probably 2.5 to 3 hours, probably over 3 even, to go around to get over to the other side. So eventually they're going to have to fix that bridge just for the tourism aspect of it. People hunt back in here, fish back in here, and so forth. But I am about to get my boat unloaded here in a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is go set up camp, and then I'm going to come back here and we're going to try to shake some muskies loose from this lake. It's just a terrific fishery. It's just muskies and perch, and I'll tell you more about that when we get out in the boat. I'll give you some more details on this lake. And typically you don't catch fish much over 40 inches in this lake. They do cycle a lot. I'll tell you more about that as we get fishing here. But this lake typically produces pretty good numbers of your 30 to 39, 40-inch fish, and fat, healthy fish that really fight. So if you like musky fishing, this is a mecca. So anyway, let's go get camp set up, and we've got other places that we can fish. If I can't get to the gorge and get the walleyes that I want for supper, we got other places that we can fish in addition to this lake right here. But this is my #1 priority right now, so I'm going to go find a place to set up camp in the bush. There is I don't know if you can see that. There's a grouse in the road right up there. And I got to find a place back in the bush here where I can set up a tent, and let's get busy. Well, there's the road I came in on, and I found a nice wide spot here to set up a tent. So here we go. Well, I got all my gear unloaded here. As you can tell, I'm not exactly traveling light, but I'm going to get some camp set up and cut some firewood, and hopefully I'll have a few hours left for an evening fishing trip down to the lake. Here we go. Okay, camp is set up pretty much. I got a nice comfortable camp here. Nice wide spot in the forest road. And it doesn't look like anybody's been bear baiting back in here. There's nothing fresh here in the last month or so. There is some moose tracks here. It's been raining a lot, so let me see if I can show you. Where were they? Well, there was moose tracks here. I probably trampled them down. But there's no bear tracks. And but despite that, I do keep my food tote in the truck at night. So I've got a generator in case I need to charge boat batteries, also charge camera batteries and so forth for the video cameras, and my tent is nice and roomy. I sleep on a cot with a pad that's a self-inflating pad, and it's currently still inflating. That's why I haven't put my sleeping bag on it yet. But that tote right there is clothing, and I keep my clothing in a tote like that because I've learned the hard way not to put it in a duffel bag. If you got a really heavy rain and it gets in your tent or whatever, then you got problems and all your clothes are wet. So I've also cut some firewood. Got a nice stack of firewood ready there. For enough for this evening. I'll cut some more tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to untarp this boat, and I can use that tarp. Oh man, I got a hole in my tarp. Trolling motor poked a hole in my tarp. But anyway, I can use this for covering up firewood or whatever around camp. And then time to go put the boat in the water and see if we can catch some muskies. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's been a while. Let's get her done. There's a bigger one. Not big, but he's much bigger. There we go. That's the one we've been waiting for right there. Settle down while I measure you. $37.